Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing two products that I have been testing out for you. So the first one is from Tatcha. This is the Pearl. And then the second one is from Hourglass. This is the Veil Retouching Fluid. No, these products are not similar, but they're similar enough that I felt like I could do demos and talk about some comparisons between the two if you are wondering about them. What I'm going to do is give you information about both of the products, how they're supposed to be used, and the price, everything, and then I will show you a demo, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts at the end. So for this little guy right here, this is the Tatcha Pearl. It's $48 and it comes in 3 different shades. The shade that I got is Moonlight, and that is the lightest shade that they have. You get 13 milliliters or 0.4 ounces and it's $48. It's for all skin types, and it's a tinted treatment that awakens eyes with a pearl-like luster, hydrates and reduces the look of dark circles and wrinkles instantly and over time. This 2-in-1 makeup and treatment formula breaks upon application to deliver both refreshing moisture and natural coverage for a healthy, well-rested look all day. Light refracting pearl pigments work with some kind of pearl extract to restore radiance by helping to address the 3 causes of under-eye darkness: thinning skin, blue undertones, and pigmentation. It's also boosted with niacinamide, which is known to visibly brighten and firm. Silk powder smooths the look of fine lines and imperfections, while a blend of botanical extracts protects from makeup and pollution that can cause signs of aging. There's a whole thing here. I'm not going to go through every little detail, but let's see how you're supposed to use it. Smooth a rice grain amount of treatment under each eye, applying like a moisturizer. Once evenly applied, pat gently to set the color as you would apply a concealer. You can use this alone or underneath your concealer. I will show you both. Now for the Hourglass Veil Retouching Wand. This guy is $34. You get 0.10 ounces or 3.2 milliliters, and it comes in 6 different shades. The color I have is Natural. What it is: a sheer, weightless, oil-free fluid that cancels out dullness, illuminates any darkness, and retouches fading makeup without caking or creasing. It's supposed to add just the right amount of brightness, coverage, and hydration that your skin needs throughout the day. It's like your morning cup of coffee, your 3 p.m. piece of chocolate, and your post-workout glow all rolled into one. Suggested use: apply anywhere on the face for illumination, light hydration, and sheer coverage to perfect and refresh the complexion. For best results, gently pat into the skin with fingers. Neither one of these are considered to be a concealer, but I do believe a lot of people that do not want to wear a concealer throughout the day, or maybe just want something lightweight, will want to see what this looks like just underneath the eye. So what I'm going to do is apply it and let you guys see, and then you'll also see the Tatcha Pearl underneath my concealer, and then we are going to go in with this retouching wand and see what happens if you apply this underneath your eye and you have set your makeup. I've got a very small amount on my finger, and I'm going to first swipe, and then I will tap. You can see it looks kind of patchy, and then when you tap it in, it starts to kind of, I don't know, melt into the skin a little bit. I had to go in for just a tiny bit more. You can see it looks really strange. When you first put it on, it looks patchy and weird, but as you tap it in, it smooths out. And I will drag my finger a little bit right around the edges. So you can see this eye is definitely brighter than this one. It's a little bit more plumped up. I don't have anything underneath my eyes other than my eye cream. It still looks extremely natural. Like, you're not going to look at me and think that I have something underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to go in with the Hourglass on this side. I'm going to take a few dots, and I'm going to tap this in. This is much more liquidy, like a kind of like a thin concealer. So there they are side by side. This one's definitely more of a skin color, where this one is more brightening. I personally prefer the texture and the smoothness of this under eye versus this one, but you guys let me know what you think. I'm gonna go finish off my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, I wanted to come back on here before I'm completely done with my makeup and show you something. So I took off the Hourglass on this side because I don't believe it's a claim that it can be worn underneath your concealer. I have tried that. I will get into it, but I took it off, reapplied my eye cream, that kind of stuff, let it sink in, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this side still has a Tatcha Pearl underneath it. This side is just my eye cream and then my concealer. Hopefully you guys can see this on camera, but this side is still brighter. So the Tatcha Pearl still brightened even underneath my concealer, and it's also smoother. So let me know if you can see that difference because it is definitely there. Now let's get into my final thoughts. Again, this is not a first impressions. I have been using this one longer than this one, but I have used them both enough to be able to give you guys my thoughts on them. Let's start off with the Tatcha Pearl. I really, really like this. I didn't really think I was going to because it's not usually like my thing to wear something so lightweight underneath the eyes. And I don't wear this with a full face of makeup. So I'm not going to put this on and then do all this. That's not what I'm going for. I do love it underneath my concealer. As you saw today, it does brighten and it also smooths the under eye. I had a major reaction to an eye cream and I had bumps and dryness, everything else underneath the sun. It doesn't do anything for the bumps, but the hydration it gave me was the only thing that saved my makeup when I was dealing with it. And it's not completely gone now, but this with my concealer was a godsend when I had that amount of dryness. Now I know people are going to ask me about this compared to one of my favorites. This is the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I use this all the time. When my skin was that crepey dry, this was not adding the hydration that I needed, and this did. So if you're super dry, I think you're gonna like this more than this. When I first applied this on my hand, I remember thinking like, that's really weird. The texture is very different. It's almost like it is a two different part, like a water and then a gel, and then they mix together. So I saw some reviews saying that it was patchy. It's not patchy if you use the amount you're supposed to. You can't build this up. You're not gonna get any more coverage out of it. And also working it into the skin, I don't find it to be patchy at all. It also does not crease on me. It does initially, and then when I tap it out, I don't have any issues with it again. I wore this all day by itself just once because I wanted to see how well it worked. And I had no issues out of it, and my skin looked really nice underneath the eye. Again, I wasn't wearing a full face of makeup. It was one of those days where I put it on first, then apply a little bit of foundation, and I think I used like my Soleil Tan de Chanel or something, but it looked really nice and natural. I will say put this on first. Do not do it after your foundation like you would a typical concealer because it will kind of break apart and you get this weird line with your foundation. So for me, this is a hit both by itself and also underneath concealer. This guy I'm not loving so much. I've tested this several different ways. I try to use it just as a concealer. Again, it's not a concealer. I know that, and I'm just using it that way because I know some people will want to use it that way. For me, when I used it just as a concealer, it looks a little dry to me. It's supposed to be hydrating, but for me, it makes my skin look a little crepey and a little dry. When I set this with a powder, it really looks that way. So I don't prefer it that way. If you do not set it and you want to use it as a concealer, I think it would be okay on drier skin. But to me, there's concealers that I like more than this if that's just what you're looking to use it for. Now on the skin, not underneath the eyes, I liked it. So I used this to kind of touch up little areas and it looked really nice. However, if you have set your foundation and you put this on top, I feel like it picks up a little bit. It can move and I don't like the way it looks. I especially do not like the way it looks when you try to touch up underneath the eye. I'm gonna show you guys that. It's not what I want to do to my makeup today because I actually really like my makeup, so I'm waiting until I've filmed this entire video, and then I'm going to come back and insert the clip because, yeah, I don't like the way it does my under eye. A product I do actually like to touch up underneath my eyes when it's been a long day, I am feeling a little bit crepey, I need hydration, but I cannot move my concealer, is this guy right here from Trish McEvoy. And I've talked about this in, I believe it was Touching Up My Makeup, something like that. I'll try and find the video and link it down below. But this is the only thing that I've ever been able to use. It has no color to it. You take a tiny little bit on your finger and I kind of tap it in so it's not a clump, and then I can put it straight on. And it's not going to move my concealer. It's not going to look bad. And it gives me hydration, but not crepiness, and it doesn't move anything. If you use too much, yes, it's going to move, but oh, that feels really nice. This is the only thing I've ever been able to use to retouch underneath my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of me putting this underneath, and we'll see what happens. I do not have a lot, and I'm just going to tap underneath. And now my under eye looks kind of dry and crepey, and I've got like a small little line right here. Yeah, I just ruined my makeup if you ask me. Turn down the light a little bit so you can see, but it kind of picked up my foundation, or not my concealer a little bit, and the powder. And now I can see through this and it looks patchy, whereas like over here where I touched up right here, it didn't do that at all. I'm gonna try and stay very still so that maybe my camera will catch it. But it's a little crepey here now, and it picked up my makeup just a little bit. The only person I would suggest this to is somebody who does not set their makeup and you want to retouch throughout the day. I think it works pretty well like that. Again, I like it so much more on the face than I do the under eyes, but for me personally, this guy is a pass. However, their new powder though, that Hourglass powder is amazing, and I'm still using it every single day. I've got it on right now. Now you guys let me know what you think about these products. Have you tried them? Are you planning on picking them up? And I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, and if you want to see this eye look, it was uploaded yesterday, so go check it out. Bye guys.